Is death that easy to cheat?
What the? Huh? Sounds like explosions. That's never happened before.
Wilbur Weathervin, White Ridge Mountains, date of death, right now. Incredible, I cheated death.
Strange. I don't know why the wood should be making such a noise. How very odd.
Although it wasn't as difficult as the old saying would have us believe. I had another look at the Book of the Dead, and my name is there. It's my time to die.
Really? That's wonderful. Someone has finally understood that violence sells. Fare thee well, mortal. Ah, that felt good.
So, this is what it feels like to be dead. It's rather like Aunt Ethel's raspberry trifle.
I hope I don't scare people too much as a ghost. I'd better head directly to the mage school. Right then, let's do it. I have it. I have the amulet. A fantastic world full of just incredible creatures over there, and it's so hard to believe how I got the amulet. It's a shame that only ghosts can pass through the mirror. Now I just need to see about coming back to life. That can't be too difficult. Yoo-hoo! Mr. Death! Look who's back!
What the? Oh no! You're a ghost?
Ooh, of course I am.
That's becoming very trendy. People these days just can't let go. What do you want?
Why am I still here even though I should be dead? This is an outrage. I want to be revived on the spot.
I'm sorry, there's no chance of that. I bumped you off good and proper. There you are, lying over there, as defunct as a fridge in the Arctic. And it's not my fault you're a ghost. You just have to let go, lad.
But this could all be a terrible mistake.
A mistake? You are dead, aren't you? Not undead or the like?
As a doorknob, but maybe I wasn't supposed to die yet.
Of course you were. It's in the Book of the Dead.
But I'm the one who wrote my name in the Book of the Dead. Oh?
Oh, damn. It was just too good to be true. Do you have any idea what this means?
Lot of paperwork?
No, that means I have changed the course of things. I've hugely overstepped my authority. They'll skin me at the next audit. It's not going to escape the internal auditor's attention that an unregistered ghost is floating around the place. You wouldn't believe what they did to the Norns when they fiddled the books.
What if you bring me back to life and we tear the page out of the Book of the Dead and never tell anyone about this little episode?
That might be an option. And you wouldn't really mind having to live again?
Oh, I'll just have to tough it out.
Ah, okay. Come on, then. Lie back into your body. I'm sorry I couldn't fulfill your desire to die.
Don't worry, it was an interesting experience. I still have the amulet. Master Marcus will be so amazed. I didn't think my death would have any serious consequences. I'm sorry.
I shouldn't have killed you. It's just I've waited for this for so long, and it really is quite good fun.
Maybe you should look for another job.
Yes, death is not such a dependable business as people think. But what could I do?
You could look for an interesting hobby, breeding toads, for example.
I don't like animals.
Or you could collect something.
I already collect dying people's last words. So far, I've got none.
Or you could take up reading?
The only book that interests me is full of empty pages. I don't think hobbies are really my thing.
How about another profession? Your own business?
I've thought about that too. Becoming my own boss, making my own decisions.
Exactly. I'm sure there's lots of things you could do.
What do you suggest?
Nobody knows more about killing than you do. So maybe you could work as a hitman, skeleton.
Sometimes I have the feeling you don't listen to me. You can't die here. Should I just bury the people alive? Wait a minute. That's it.
What?
Live burials.
Huh?
I'll become a grave digger, like my father. I'll offer to bury people alive for a small fee.
Come from a long line of gnomes, and we gnomes are known to have the occasional truly strange idea. But never, not once in my entire life have I heard such a...
Don't say a word. You can be my partner. There's lots to do. We've got to order some coffins and do some publicity.
Well, you want me to be your business partner?
Certainly. There's lots to do, and after all, it was your idea that I should find myself a new job.
Well, I'm honoured, but...
First of all, you'll have to raise some venture capital. You'll have to convince someone with a lot of gold that our business idea has a future.
It does?
I'll begin trials in the meantime.
Trials?
You can't sell a service like this without trying it out yourself. Death and Gnome Live Burials Limited offers only the highest quality, complete with 100% guarantee. Write that down.
Hiya.
Hello, partner. I was just thinking about doing coffins with our logo. What do you want to discuss?
Would you lend me your top hat for a bit? I'll bring it back to you in top shape.
You want to repair it?
Then would you just lend it to me the way it is?
Absolutely.
What's your idea with the live burials?
Don't be so modest. It's our idea. Weren't you going to raise some venture capital? Then be quick. I want to start with the trials.
Hello.
Wilbur, what can I do for you?
I'm supposed to ask you if you want in on a new business proposition.
I've always got a spare ear for that. Tell me about it.
Death wants to offer live burials.
What are live burials?
You bury people, living people.
That's complete nonsense.
I know,
How much capital does he need?
but I thought you said the idea was ridiculous.
That doesn't mean there isn't any money in it. Think about it. Death abandons his previous business model and strives aggressively into new markets. And I, as the widely recognized expert of the future, see excellent prospects for success.
But who would want to be buried alive?
No one. But that's not important. We'll get the money directly from the capital markets. Investors will be queuing up.
Okay, so I can tell Death you'll provide him with financial backing.
Of course. I'll come over this afternoon and discuss it all with him. In the meantime, I'll start feeding the rumour mill.
Okay then. What exactly are you doing there?
What does it look like? I've dug a grave, with grandfather's old spade in my hand and father's top hat on my head. It's simply brilliant.
I asked the wealthy showman about risk capital. He may want to join us.
Excellent. It's going to be a success, I'm certain. There's a real gap in the market. Makes you wonder why no one thought of it before.
I can think of 1,000 good reasons right off. How are the trials going?
So far, so good. It didn't take long to dig the grave. I've got the coffin here. Of course, it doesn't meet the standards we're aiming for, but it's good enough for the trials.
Certainly.
Good. Then climb in.
It was your idea. You should have the honor of being the first to be buried.
Oh, that's so courteous of you.
Credit where credit is due.
All right, then. I'm too long with the top hat on. Could you hold it for me?
With pleasure.
Very comfortable thus far. Now, pile the soil on top.
Are you certain?
Of course. Just do it. Fantastic. The darkness. The silence. You have to try this. We should have funeral music. And the customer should have his photo taken with me beforehand. Write that down, Wilbur. And we'll have canopies for the bereaved. Have you got that, Wilbur? Canopies and gun salutes. Cannons, Wilbur. We need cannons.
I hope he's happy now. I'll leave him there until I've been to see the Archmage. Otherwise he might try and bury me next. I found an excellent spell. I'm going to conjure a rabbit out of a top hat.
I'd prefer something with sheep. But don't let me stop you.
Right, you won't believe your eyes. Look, here's the rabbit for the spell.
And a white one at that. That's perfect. Now we just need the top hat.
I have the top hat for the spell. I had to pry it from death's icy grasp, so to speak.
Well, at last we've got everything. Come over here. Put the top hat on the table. Put the rabbit in. Now I'm putting a black cloth into the hat. This on top and finished. As you can see, an empty top hat.
But
you have to do a lot of arm waving and the like. The audience mustn't be allowed to get a proper look at the hat. Then you say a few incantations and make a big to-do about it. You haven't got a pretty assistant, have you?
isn't that...
Once the excitement has reached boiling point, then... Ta-da! You pull the rabbit out of the hat, but make sure the cloth stays in the hat, otherwise the whole trick is blown. Quite clever, isn't it?
That's fraud, and it's not magic either.
Of course not, but it looks like it.
But I wanted to learn a real spell.
Are you out of your mind? That takes months.
I can't just swindle my way to my diploma with a trick like that.
Excuse me, you said you wanted to get your mage degree, and you said you needed it quick. This is your only chance.
Oh, what choice do I have?
Good luck with the show.
Excuse me, Master Teacher.
What is it?
Master Marcus, look, I've finished the power elixir.
What? Give it here.
Did I pass?
Unbelievable, but true. Here, take it. Be sparing with it. A potion like that is valuable. You've passed the first exam, Wilbur. That's already one more exam than I expected you to manage.
I'll manage the others too.
If you say so.
I'd like to show you the trick. Spell.
I look forward to it.
As you can see, the top hat is completely empty. Abracadabra. Bunny, are you okay?
Fantastic. You've almost transformed the rabbit in the hat into a sheep. That's extraordinary. Almost impossible. There must be considerably more magic in you than I ever thought, Wilbur Weathervane.
Oh, thank you. Well, I had a fantastic assistant.
If someone had told me that a gnome without mage history in the family would pass 2 mage degree exams in such a short amount of time, I wouldn't have believed it. There's a lot more to you than meets the eye, Wilbur.
Thank you. And I'm going to pass the last test too.
I still don't believe it, but I'd be happy to be proved wrong.
Look here.
Oh, my, is that?
Yep, the amulet of Balthazar the Brittle.
How? How did you get your hands on that?
I went through the mirror, and after incredibly exciting, meaningless and challenging quests in the Netherworld, I managed to get the amulet.
I just can't believe it. A little gnome? How is that possible?
Everything is possible, remember?
I almost believe that too. I'm speechless. You're the first gnome in centuries to become a graduate mage. And you've passed the exams quicker than anyone else in history. What's your secret?
I believe I can do anything I want if I just believe in myself.
Oh, really? You could fly like a bird just because you believe in yourself.
Well, maybe not that.
But that's exactly what you've done. You've achieved something impossible.
Maybe I was lucky.
Or it was predestined. As unbelievable as it is, you've passed all 3 exams. Wait. Mage degree for Wilbur Weathervane from the White Ridge Mountains.
Oh.
My brother won't believe his eyes.
Your brother?
The Archmage.
The Archmage is your brother?
Yes, of course. He always believed that our bleak fate would take a change for the better. And slowly, I'm beginning to believe that again, too. You've given me hope, Wilbur Weathervane. You know that? Nothing can stop you. You're a fine example to me. If there's anything I can do for you, come back. You have a friend in me.
Oh.
Now go. You've waited long enough. Give my brother what you came to give him.
Psst! Wilbur!
Hello, Mr. King. Look, I'm a certified mage.
I told you you'd do it. We're all so proud of you.
Thanks.
Our work is now done. We are all well fed. I think it's time to say goodbye.
Oh, you want to leave for the country?
That's right. But if you want to come and visit us, Master Wilbur Weathervane will always be welcomed by us rats. So long, Wilbur.
Cast your eyes on this. Effective immediately. You may address me as Master Weathervane, and I wish to see the Archmage now.
Weathervane? How come Weathervane?
That's my mage name, Master Wilbur Weathervane. Now open the gate and smartly. I wish to speak to the Archmage.
And what is it? Why is this gnome wearing mage clothing?
Your Honour, this is Master Wilbur Weathervane, an accredited mage and therefore a member of your order.
Nonsense. I know all the mages in the land.
But it's true. I completed my degree today under your brother's tutelage, Master Marcus.
That's impossible. I've no time for such absurdity. Take your leave, gnome.
But I'm supposed to give you something. A ring.
A ring? From whom?
From a gremlin. Yesterday he landed right on my feet in the White Ridge Mountains. He gave me this ring and said that it could decide the course of the war.
Master Alistair, I turn to you in great haste as well as in great fear. I have made a discovery that could decide all of our fates. I know where the artifact of destiny is to be found. Your Serene Highness, you know the stories. A legendary artifact created by the goddess of destiny and providence. An extraordinarily precious and dangerous thing. As good fortune is bestowed on its carrier, everything that he attempts succeeds. Everything that he desires, he receives. Everything bends to his will, always. It is a truly dreadful power, a god's power. Just imagine if this were to fall into the hands of the enemy. I have found that the artifact is hidden in a temple on a small island called Sordia. You must find it and bring it to safety. You must! Help us, Master Alistair. You're our only hope.
That was him. That was the gremlin who was taken away by these evil types on a dragon.
Shades? The Shadow Army has taken this gremlin prisoner? Sir, we have to send everything and everyone to this island. Every ship, every griffin, every...
Enough! We have to behave inconspicuously. We don't know what information the Shades already have, and we mustn't help them get on the right track.
No, sir. But if they have the gremlin, then it'll only be a matter of time until we...
The island of Sordia. Where the devil is that? I've never heard of it. I'll be leaving the city for a few days. I have to do some research in the archives.
But the Seastone archives have lots of...
Silence, guard! I will send a group of trustworthy comrades to the island as soon as I've found it. And you... One word of this message, just one single word, to anyone, and I'll grind you into a fine powder. Understand?
Of course. Understood, sir.
Go! Leave me alone with the youngster. And don't let anybody up here, mage or not. Understood?
Understood, sir.
And you, Mr. Weather Thingy, you've done very well indeed.
Weathervane, sir. Thank you. My granddad won't believe this when I tell him.
That won't be possible for some time. You'll have to stay here and hold the fort. I want you to prepare for a small expedition. Find some companions. 2 should be enough. You shall all go and fetch the artifact as soon as I have found the island.
But when it comes to something as important as this, wouldn't it be better to send an experienced treasure hunter?
Nonsense. No one knows you. You don't even exist as far as the enemy is concerned. You won't arouse any attention. That is our most important weapon in this matter. You'll be back long before the enemy even knows what's happening.
But I think...
Enough said. I am the leader of the order, and this is an order. Choose 2 accomplices and wait here for me. And don't talk to anyone about this. Dismissed. When will I be back? As soon as I can. But it might take a few days for me to find the island we're looking for.
The gremlin told me that a book hidden in his secret cellar describes the way to the artifact's location.
Really? That's good to know. That went better than I had hoped for.
A fiendish plan, Mankus. Well done! Now you know where the artifact is hidden, and the real Archmage will remain out of your tentacles for as long as I need. Mother will keep him busy. She's summoned up all of her dark magic. When he returns, you will have the artifact of divine fate in your hands at last. And Seastone will burn, just like every other Alliance town.
Oh man, yesterday I was sweeping floors and today I'm a certified mage and part of the greatest adventure since Nightilo fought the broccoli monster. An artifact that grants unlimited power. Hopefully the Shades never get wind of it. In their hands something like that would definitely mean the end of the world. But the Archmage won't let it come to that. I'll find myself 2 companions and wait here for him. By the gods, that's a female orc, here in the human town, and she's taken one of them prisoner. I must notify the town guard right away, and Master Marcus. Together we must fight to the last drop of blood, and...
I can hear you!
Stay where you are, I'm a mage.
So I see.
A dangerous battle mage.
Now that, on t'other hand, I find doubtful.
Who are you? What do you want here, and how did you get here?
A lot of questions. Give me one good reason why I should answer them.
Her name is Elizabeth. She's come here for the annual beauty contest and has brought a golden Pegasus with her. He's called Bob.
Pegasi or Pegasuses? Anyway, they're always white, and no one would name their Pegasus Bob.
I am a bounty hunter and just passing through.
Are bounty hunters allowed to simply tie up here?
Certainly. Bounty hunters and merchants are neutral in this war.
Nobody wanted the bounty hunters.
I'm just waiting for Bill the merchant who has my provisions. Then I'm on my way.
I have no idea what's going on here, but the airship could be exactly what I need for my expedition.
Who did you just speak to?
To no one, really. So your name isn't Elizabeth?
I am known as Mazaz.
Or Sugar Lips, Greenie, or just, Oi, you fella! And she is one lousy bounty hunter.
That's right. I only catch imbeciles. Those who are even more stupid than me.
Where are you taking your prisoners?
That's none of your business, dwarf. They know, and that's enough.
I'm not a dwarf. I'm a gnome.
Too right, Shorty. Don't take any nonsense. Turn her into a sheep.
I can only transform rabbits into kind of a sheep.
Great. That's helpful.
I have to go.
If you see the merchant, can you tell him that I'll rip his ears off if he doesn't turn up here soon?
A large net. Might be a fishing net, or maybe one of those cargo nets. A coiled rope. It's been used a lot.
Hey! What do you think you're doing there? That's my rope.
Your rope? It belongs to the Mary and is therefore my rope.
Perhaps you haven't quite understood this yet. The ship no longer belongs to you. It now belongs to me.
Over my dead body.
Aye.
Well, no matter who the rope belongs to, it's not mine. Sorry. I've never seen a creature like that before. It's similar to the demon from the inn. Maybe it's just an animal. Ooh!
Hi.
I'm Wilbur. Who are you?
Someone with a tiny problem, as you can see. Could you do me a favor and whack that green lady over the head?
Come on, Nate. I'm only doing my job here.
I know the job market's tough, but yours is going to cost me my neck.
Undoubtedly.
Are you a pirate or something?
No.
Yes.
Well, I have been called that occasionally, but I'm just about as much of a pirate as Mazaz here is a ballet dancer. I'm the captain of this proud ship, the Mary. I'm a freelance treasure hunter.
You're a swindler.
And you're a terrible ballet dancer.
I like ballet. You're a professional treasure hunter. So you know your way around sunken temples and the like.
Of course. I have traveled all across the skies to the ends of the earth. I've fought Cyclops and seen things that a man probably shouldn't have. Such as Mazaz here, for example.
Suppose I needed to travel to a certain island, and I could show you the island on a map. Could you bring me there?
Well, apart from the fact that I'm sitting here in a cage, then sure.
Then we'll just have to free you.
Hello? I still happen to be here.
What's that got to do with it?
See you later.
Take care, Shorty.
Captain Nate is a treasure hunter. And he has his own ship. Someone like him would be perfect for my team. But how do I get past that orc lady? And all on my own? As someone who comes from the mountains, I'm not really an expert on ships, but that's called a thingy.
Now that really was just bad luck. She can't blame me for that.
No, of course not. The treasure simply flew away.
What was I supposed to do? There was a whole herd of cows there, and I had to give the shaman something.
Perhaps you shouldn't have relieved yourself in their holy lake.
There weren't any signs. How was I to know that that moon thing was reflecting in it? Oh, never mind.
If I were them, I would have just strung you up.
Well, you can do that now.
Do you really think you'll get away so lightly?
But I still can't let you go up, my lovely.
I will say it once more. I have to give the Archmage a book. It's important.
I don't know anything about a book. And believe me, whatever the Archmage is up to, it's more important than your stupid book.
But...
End of discussion. Only graduate mages or people with an invitation from the Archmage can go into the tower. And to be precise, I don't see any of those at the moment, sorry.
Hello.
Hi.
You're an elf, right?
Indeed. And you are a kind of wood goblin?
I'm a gnome. Wilbur Weathervane. Master Wilbur Weathervane. Pleased to meet you.
You're a mage.
With diploma.
Then you can go into the upper town and into the mage tower.
That's exactly where I've just come from.
Could you take me up there?
Who are you?
My name is Ivadora Eleonora Clarissa, Princess of Silverwood.
Ooh. And you're a real princess from Silverwood.
Call me Ivo. He's called Cheap Cheap.
I overheard you talking to the city guard about a book. Do you need to take it to the Archmage?
I have to. It's very important.
Could it be that you got this book from a gremlin secret cellar? A gremlin who shortly before had been ejected over the White Ridge Mountains?
Get out of my brain, you mage.
You almost dropped the professor on my head. He sent me here with a secret message for the Archmage.
Oh, were you able to bring him the news?
Yes, it was very disquieting. I believe that the book you're carrying explains just where an extremely powerful artifact can be found.
Yeah, the gremlin did hint at something of that sort. He was very concerned.
He's got every reason to be. The Archmage is gone. He's trying to find out exactly where the artifact is hidden. And then I'm supposed to go get it, quietly and secretly, along with 2 friends.
But it's here. This book tells us where the artifact can be found.
Unfortunately, the Archmage doesn't know that. This whole story is too much for one gnome. I think we should work together.
I should really be at home in the elf burrow listening to Uncle Ignacio droning on. I am in enough trouble already.
Don't you understand? This book explains the exact location of the artifact of divine power. That's precisely the information the Archmage is looking for.
Then take the book and wait for him here.
And if the shades are faster than we are? What if they manage to extract the information from the old gnome before the Archmage returns?
And what then? Are we to fight the shades single-handed? And what are we talking about here, by the way? What is it that the Shadow Army want to get their hands on?
I can't tell you that here. How about this? I'll get you into the Mage Tower somehow, and there I'll show you the Professor's message and...
And then I can decide whether I'm in or not.
It's a deal. I'll be back.
And I will wait.
Good idea.
You've already kept that promise once before.
Of course.
But what's with this oh so important message then?
Come with me to the Mage Tower. I'll show you there.
Hurry, or none of us will be in control of our own destinies. Help us, Master Alistair. You're our only hope.
This is not good at all.
Now do you understand? We have to do something. If the Archmage hasn't returned soon, we have to find the island's location using the book and then rescue the artifact ourselves.
You're right. We have to do something. No mortal should be in possession of such power. I'm in.
Yay! And there's an airship moored right outside. Maybe Cap and Nate will fly us to the island.
One thing at a time. First we have to find out where this island is. There are several large pieces of paper on top of the bookcase. Could possibly be maps. No problem. That looks like a tactical map to me. There are troop movements marked on it. Presumably that was years ago. One of the maps is a rough copy of the map on the wall. I can use it to mark where the island is situated, but we'll have to locate it first. One of the maps is a smaller version of the map on the wall. I could mark the position of the island on it if only we knew where it was. Come on, Wilbur, let's have a look at what the book tells us about Sordia's location. Okay now, what do we have here? A story about a magician and his sheep.
Oh, a story about mages, with pictures.
You won't like this story, believe me. Here, this is the travel log of a fairy explorer. In it, he describes how he landed on an island. He sketched the temple ruins.
And the professor believes that the artifact is in this temple on the island of Sordia.
Exactly. The fairy explorer described his route very precisely.
Never heard of it.
Me neither. We have to find it. That's the Encyclopedia Fantastica, a torrid attempt to squeeze all the world's knowledge between two book covers. Now then, Krunpak. I will find you eventually.
I don't believe this. I just can't find the place.
Me neither. It isn't on the map.
But why would this fairy explorer describe a place that doesn't exist? Or did it once exist but is now abandoned?
That's it.
Hmm?
Krunpak is the name of the place in the Shades language. When the fairy explorer was there, it was a shade town. But this map is new, so it'll have the human name of the town.
So we have to find out what the town of Krunpak used to be called?
Exactly.
It says Encyclopedia Fantastica here. Fantastic knowledge in just one volume. The strange thing is that most of the pages are completely blank. I mean, our world isn't that uninteresting. Here, Ivo, a power elixir. Maybe you can use it.
Thank you.
Master Marcus, you'll never believe this, but... Master Marcus? Hello? He's not here. A folded note with my name on it.
Dear Wilbur, you probably don't even know what you've achieved. Not only have you completed your mage degree quicker than anyone ever, you've also shown an old man that there's always hope. I thank you for that. I have gone to stand at my brother's side at Wildthorn Pass. He's there fighting back the Shadow Army's vicious onslaught. I hope to see you again soon, Master Weathervane. Marcus Maria Alistair, Master of Magic.
P.S. I would like to pass my magic glasses on to you as a gift. I do not need them anymore. My nose belongs in the fresh air, not amongst old books. This is really very nice of Master Marcus, but couldn't he have kept his thirst for action under control just for a few more hours? I could really use him here. And he's not likely to find his brother there either. He's off looking for the island in some archive, not standing on some battlefield. It can't be helped. He's gone. I'll just have to carry on alone.
The gnome says that it's a power elixir. That might well be, but I don't have the slightest intention of trying it unless there's some really good reason. Orcs are tough, strong and aggressive. That one there looks fit. I don't know if I could eliminate her. If at all, it would be with speed or with brains. Hello, human.
Hello, my lovely.
Why have you been captured? What do you stand accused of?
I'd like to know that too. I'm a harmless adventurer.
Exactly. It's just some dumb coincidence that most of your adventures happen to be illegal, right?
If you're involved with illegal activities, then you should be punished.
Well, he will be now.
I don't think anybody deserves what's about to happen to me.
What? Has the prospect of torture finally shut your fat gob?
I just think that nobody deserves spending 3 days alone with you on an airship, that's all.
I've had enough. Farewell.
You'll be back. They all come back.
The gnome says that it's a... Hello, Orc.
What do you want, elf?
I need the human for a few days. Will you lend him to me?
No. I'm carrying out a task and I'll fulfill it.
Then I'll take him.
If you can get past me.
Meow.
Shut it, Nate.
There's never a mud wrestling pit when you need it most.
Do you really think that you have a ghost of a chance against Mazaz?
Who are you?
I am Mazaz.
Is that a strapping master swordsman that you've got locked up there? I need him.
Hey, marry me, elf.
I want that human and I'll have him before sundown.
Ooh, elfie.
I'm looking forward to seeing how you're going to achieve that, elf.
How about this little competition? Elf against orc. It'll be a classic.
As long as it's not going to be about who can best howl at the moon by a swamp, then the result is a given.
What about dental care, general education, or thunderous thighs?
Shut it, Nate. So, what do you suggest?
How about with a bit of ballet?
I knew it. Only a young elfweed could suggest something like that.
Young elf? I was here even before you orcs were invented.
Then you should possess some kind of skills that go beyond dancing around a bit. So, what do you suggest?
You think that you're strong, so how about a bit of arm wrestling?
You are joking, aren't you? An elf beating an orc warrior at arm wrestling? Never!
So, are you willing to give it a shot?
Of course. Why not? Come here. Okay, let's do it. Hey, elf. I said let's do it. Let me know when you're ready. Shall we warm up? Right. I'm ready. Shall we start?
Puh.
What's the matter? Fed up already?
I just have to be careful Cheap Cheap doesn't get wind of this. He'd tell on me at home. I can't feel anything. I wonder if it worked. How about another round of arm wrestling?
Now, there's someone who likes to be humiliated. I will flatten you.
We'll see about that. This time I'm playing for real.
Of course!
It's a long way down beneath the plank. You wouldn't catch me standing on it. Hup. The net is now lying on the plank. You can't cross the plank without stepping on the net. That looks like a good trap to me.
Yes!
Magic! There's magic at play here.
An elf would never cheat, as well you know.
I want revenge!
Perhaps some other time.
I can't do it.
Oi! What's going on?
Ivor!
What the?
Now!
Oops. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Well, hey, that was brilliant. Get us out of here.
Incredible. Now I have the glasses on. The pages are filled from top to bottom with fine script. Without the glasses, the pages appear totally empty. So the glasses are as useful as they are cool. What should I look for? Let's see what we can find. Sauron, Semolina, Shysta, Sordia, an island located in the Silent Sea, probably named after a long-forgotten sorcerer. That's all it says. No information as to where the island actually is. Pretty skimpy. Found him less charming than I'd expected. Probably important leaders don't have time to be polite. Adelaide of Sad Hills, Alabaster Processing, Alistair the Shrink, Alistair the Third of High... Ah, here we are. Alistair Mordred Michael Mechtild, Archmage. Blah blah, born the second of 4 children, brother Marku, blah blah, Mage Academy, summa cum laude, Order of Merlin, first class, level 99 Archmage, blah blah, work on sheep, metamorphosis, owner of some of the world's most powerful magical artifacts, blah blah, head of the Alliance Secret Service, advisor to the king, blah blah. Strange. Why does it always say blah blah? You'd think the authors would take more care with the entry for someone that important. Alright, I just hope the encyclopedia is more up to date than the map. Kedguri, Kayak, Kedguri, Kismet, Crunabel the Terrible, Crunpack. Crunpack, once known as Redstonbury, is a town in the southern heath, known mainly for its salt mining in the blah blah blah. Redstonbury, this is it. So, Redstonbury, where are you? There it is! Redstonbury.
Excellent. From there, we have to follow the footsteps of the fairy explorer. There are 7 steps in total. I'll read them out, and you look where it takes us, okay? Okay. From there, head northeast. It's the second island along. You got it?
That must be the Isle of Sordia right there.
The fairy's journey to the island was a little strange, but I do believe that you're right. Let's mark the island on a small map.
So now we know where we have to go.
And our chauffeur is sitting in the cage outside.
What are we waiting for? Hello.
Hi down there. Mizaz's departure was a little abrupt.
Yes, somehow I always have problems with the fine-tuning on my traps.
Main thing is, she's gone.
Ivo and I have to travel to a certain island as quickly as possible. Will you take us there?
What's going on there, then?
Oh, it's an archaeological expedition.
Oh, right.
You owe us that, Nate. We've rescued you from certain death.
Oh, yeah, I'd have worked something out myself. And, my pretty one, to you I'm Captain Bonnet. I'm not interested in a scientific expedition.
If you don't want to help us, then just stay up there till the bounty hunter comes back. And what do you think the Green Lady's gonna do to you when she does get back?
You've got a point there. On the other hand, you still need my airship. And do you know how to steer a flying ship?
Well, it's about this... thing.
This thing? And you don't want to tell me what this thing is? Are you scared I'll go off looking for it myself? Is it that valuable?
Well, actually...
Yes.
Ah, and where is it exactly?
On an island. We'll show you when we're in the air.
Well, I reckon for 50%.
But you're alone.
There's 2 of us, just like you two.
You're counting your pet as well?
Well, you have.
Hey!
A third. You fly us there and then stay out of the way once we've arrived.
Okay, fine, we're in. Now, will you get us down at last? Thing okay with you guys?
Yes! This must be the entrance to the temple. How long do you think it'll take to repair the engine?
Oh, it's more complicated than it seemed. You shouldn't wait for me.
Ooh, how excited! A sunken temple full of danger and adventure, a lost artifact, and we are the valiant treasure hunters hot on the trail.
Listen, Wilbur, you did really well in Seastone, but this is different. Things could get really dangerous here. I'd prefer if you stayed out of this.
But...
I'll call you if I need you, okay?
But...
He's gonna hate me for that. But I'd rather have an insulted gnome to deal with than a dead one. Captain Bonnet can get water up from the sea with a bucket whilst the airship's still in flight. But I don't have a clue what he does with it after that. He certainly doesn't wash with it. Human ropes are so primitive. They get dirty, they rot, and they break. Captain Bonnet? Are you quite sure that you're repairing that airship?
Sure. Why wouldn't I be?
It's raining breadcrumbs. Don't tell me that we took that detour yesterday solely to get your bread rolls.
What are you implying?
So it was just incompetence. I thought as much. Did you intend to throw the jar at my head? Hello? Oh, how did that fish get here? Maybe a seabird left it.
Or it was a flying fish.
Right.
They do exist. Grandad's squadron was called the Flying Hellfish.
I'll just take one bone. You never know when a small, sharp, curved thing might come in handy. A snapped branch, presumably from one of the trees up there. Strange vegetation here. Normally these sorts of plants and trees are more likely to be found in the south. The earth is sucking the water up like a sponge. Something's moving in the earth. There are worms. The water's enticed them up. I'll take a few before they disappear again. I've tied the fishbone to the end of the string. I've tied the rope to the stick, and at the end of the rope the fishbone acts as a hook. Just missing the bait now. That gives me a fully functional fishing rod. Hey, Wilbur, could you give me a hand?
Of course.
Can you catch a fish for me?
I never fished before. I'm from the mountains.
It's very simple and completely safe. Come here.
And now?
Now you cast the line and wait for a fish to bite.
I should...
Just throw it in. What the...
How do you know if a fish is bitten?
Oh.
One's bit!
That's great.
And now, what next?
You go and stand next to Cheep Cheep again. I'll call you if I need any more help.
Okay.
I'll put the fish into the bucket. At least it'll have a bit of water in there. The bee's nest is definitely inhabited. There are bees buzzing around all over the place and they're fighting the fire fairies for the nectar. Hello, Cheep Cheep. Maybe you could help me to get at the honey in the bee's nest. Perhaps you could distract them. You can fly so much better than them. Quick, while Cheep Cheep's distracting the bees. There isn't much honey in the glass and it's covered in bits of honeycomb, but there's enough for a sandwich. This could work. The intellectual capacities of fairies are completely overrated. Come on, lovely honey. I've got you. 4 little alcoves positioned around the entrance. There are strange symbols under each alcove which I can't read. Under those are words in the old language. Creature of fire is how I translate that one. I think one could call this little beastie a creature of fire. This alcove has creature of water written on it. There's no doubt that the fish is a creature of water. Creature of the earth is written there. I'll place several creatures of the earth into the alcove. This is the alcove for the creature of air. You are the only thing missing, a creature of the air. Now come on, please, just sit in the alcove. There you are, no trap. However, the door isn't opening either. Perhaps one has to... Cheep! Hello? Cheep Cheep! Thank the gods you're okay! It can't have been that bad. Oh, very well, but not the whole lot in one go. See you, Cheep Cheep. You want to come?
Of course!
Okay, but keep behind me and don't touch anything. And what about Mr. Professional Treasure Hunter? Are you coming?
Well, there are still a few things to do on the ship here.
Really? Would you rather wait out here then and warn us if the shades or that adorable bounty hunter appear?
On the other hand, you'd be completely stuck in that temple without me. And don't touch anything. If you see a precious stone anywhere, call me. It could be a trap.
If you're such an expert, shouldn't you be going ahead?
Not all traps can be seen in time. The expedition leader needs to keep safe.
Wilbur, stay well away from him if you value your life.
What? This temple is ancient. What could happen to you here? Shouldn't something unexpected happen now?
Enough messing around. We've got a job to do. Come on and stick close together.
Yeah, as close as possible, baby. Damn!
Oh, great. Stay calm. I'll think of something. 4 stone rings with symbols on them, one above the other. They look like they could be turned. Looks like it goes further into the temple there. I should be very careful. This adventurer's had it. Doesn't look like his machete helped him much. The fish has disappeared along with the water, but the bucket still looks okay. The glass jar has remained in the alcove. I'll take that with me. It looks absolutely beautiful. The jelly glowfish are making the water glow with their bioluminescence. These jelly glowfish have presumably never seen a bipedal being. They're very trusting. The jar with the jelly glowfish is in the bucket. I've tied the bucket to the rope. Hey, Wilbur, I'm sending a jelly glowfish down to you.
Thanks! Hey! There's symbols on this door!
What do they look like?
Something that looks like a snail with a long neck, a fish without a head, a sort of branch, and a star.
Well, that's all well and good, but could you throw the light down to me now? I can't see my hand in front of my face down here.
Sorry. Sorry. What do you see?
A passage. No idea where it leads. Out of this hole, I hope.
What sort of symbols were on Wilbur's door? Something looking like a snail with a long neck, a fish without a head, a branch and a star. That should be it.
The door's open, Ivor!
As I thought, things in the temple are controlled with these stone discs. Presumably one of the priest's little games. Open sesame! That kind of stuff.
My first sunken temple, and the first thing I do is run into a trap. This is so cool. One of the stones has fallen out of the wall. Sooner or later, the entire temple will collapse. The wheel is locked using the metal thingy up there. That prevents people from turning it. Hi, Ivor!
Wilbur!
I found a hidden ladder. It brought me here.
Brilliant! What's that glittering up there with you?
This, a crystal.
Oh, can you throw it down? I've got an idea what it might be used for.
I have to keep going. Having adventures, avoiding traps, revealing secrets.
I think I've underestimated you, my little friend.
Ah, the figure's mouth is opened. There's something like a switch inside.
The passage is almost as small as the hatch over there by the ladder. I can't even see where it goes. Aha! So that's where this leads.
Is there another crystal there?
Yes!
Excellent, well done.
Cold. Wet.
Aha! Exactly the same as over there. Wow, that looks very promising. Only nothing else is happening.
Aha, we can move on at last.
The door only remains open when all 3 crystals are being touched. That means that only the person standing by the door can go through it.
So who's gonna go?
That is the question.
I'm so small that I can crawl through anywhere, and Caponate is so strong.
And Ivo is so sexy.
Oh, and how's that supposed to help?
No idea. I just thought I'd mention it.
Should I go? I'll find a way of opening the door from the other side.
See you later. Good luck.
Okay, time to move. The sooner I can open a way for the others to get in, the sooner we can retrieve the artifact and leave the island. Huh, perhaps there are hidden passageways to the sea and this boat was washed up here in a storm. I'm not sure who or what broke the paddle, because it looks solid. A few small pebbles, washed smooth and round by the current. There's a bowl on the base filled with... looks like compost. I presume that those were once offerings or something, but everything edible has long rotted. But wait, something's glinting there. Oh, a tin of sardines in oil has withstood the test of time. And what's that? A stone disc. A light shaft, or perhaps the opening serves as ventilation. It leads behind the door. Child's play. I do ask myself, what are all these machines, cogs, knobs and levers doing in a sunken temple? I mean, normal temples never have this sort of stuff in them, just the sunken ones. Aha, a stone disc. 2 stone discs with a shaft in the middle. The lower disc is larger than the one above it. It looks as if there are discs missing. There are symbols etched into both sides, presumably heavenly signs to be admired and honoured by believers. Fits perfectly. Okay, the discs are now exactly the same height as the shaft in the middle. Right, what's going on here then? I don't know what to do with these symbols. The machine actually still works. Excellent. We could be in business. My trademark Spankomatic 1000. It works. That should prove painful. There we go. Everything running like clockwork. Come in, you two. Can't hear anything. Where have those two got to? Do they need a special invitation? Okay, boys, what should we do? Oh, great. Is waiting here a few minutes too much to ask? I need the crystals to open the other door over there, but one of the boys is going to have to help me with this.
Hey, are you listening? You guard them and don't eat them, understood? We will have some fun with them, but not here, not now.
What's the matter with Ivo?
Shh. She'll think of something. I hope.
Not much longer, and it'll be yours, Monkus. No one will be able to stop you, not even Mother. And you too, pointy ears, you hear? I know you're hiding here somewhere!
That's my homemade fishing rod. It mainly consists of a stick and an unbreakable line that's several meters long. That's what I was afraid of. There's no kidding around with trolls.
Ivo!
He's a real problem. Trolls are almost invulnerable and incredibly tough. One can only eliminate something like that by using one's wits.
Okay, it's kind of like a puzzle. Ah, I understand. We have to bring a sacrifice before you'll open. And now, open! I command you, open up! Please?
The sardines stay in the tin. The oil will ensure the floor has the right sort of adhesion. Let's give it a whirl. And away it goes. Presumably the system as a whole isn't in a particularly good state of repair.
What?
Leave just now. A mirror. I'll take that. Hey, look over here! Time to go. That's made him mad. Not entirely sure if that's a good thing.
Oi, troll! You're stupid as a troll.
What are you doing?
You're even stupid for a troll.
You shouldn't.
If your club had woodworm, it'd be smarter than you.
He doesn't mean it really, Wilbur.
Hey, look over here.
That was awesome.
Quick, free us, and then we're out of here.
We can't go yet. We still have to find the treasure.
No treasure is worth that. Don't you know who that fat little guy is? And who his mother is?
I know! I've eliminated him.
You've done what?
Get the ship ready for departure. Wilbur and I'll get the treasure and we'll be back in a second.
I will get the ship ready, and as soon as it's ready, I will depart, with or without you two.
But Captain Nate!
You know as well as I do that you can't simply run away and hide. I've trapped Mortroga's son and you were there.
I'm done for.
Only the Archmage can protect you, and he wants the treasure, so wait here. Let's go.
Wow. Almost a little eerie.
Let's do it. Let's carry on and get us some treasure.
What kind of monster do you think the statue represents?
I hardly think that's relevant.
Maybe so. Oh!
Ah!
Ivo? It's dark. I'm not really good with the dark.
Then you should sort out some light. I can't help at the moment.
Okay. Something hard, wooden, bones maybe? Living skeletons that...
Perhaps it's just simply wood.
Or that. Wow. Warm and soft. Like a bag of warm fat.
That's me.
Why are you so soft? You're anything but fat.
Those are not my ribs.
Oh.
Would you kindly get your hands off me now?
Sorry. Whoa! Ghosts! Or something like that. Or some kind of cloth. A cape, maybe. No help to me, anyway. Oh, that's a thing. Something metallic. Here's some kind of thick, rough cloth and rubber. No idea what it is. Something liquid, yeah? I'd love to be able to say it's water, but it stinks horribly. A stinky liquid of some sort. Smells tangy and caustic. A dried up corpse. Its skin is like paper and it's a box. Got it! The box is full of little packages. And the packages are full of dried square things. Feels like cubes of dried grass. It smells a bit like it did in sea stone, like sea ocean. It's so familiar. I know what they are. Dried jelly glowfish. Jelly glowfish are always shipped dried in small boxes.
Did you just lick the jelly glowfish?
No.
Then how do you know what jelly glowfish taste like?
Well, that's my business. I need a container for the jelly glowfish, otherwise they'll get away. This thing's too big and heavy to move, and it doesn't look like there are any loose parts. Something cold, made of metal, I think. Like a sphere with round protrusions. Some part of this thing are made of glass, it seems. It's quite heavy, but it's hollow. There's an opening on one side, so it's a kind of container. I filled the container with that stinky liquid. I'll put the container down here and put a jelly glowfish in it. Ivo?
Yeah?
I don't think that was a passage.
You don't say. Good work.
I think we should get out of here. Fast.
Not without us getting what we came for.
You mean...
Absolutely. The artifact of divine fate. It isn't just being guarded by the monster, it's in the monster. Let's get it. That's it.
Great! Now it's my turn!
Let's try and think of something else for you. That's something no-me. That means that it's dangerous and highly unlikely that it'll have any useful purpose at all. A wooden board. It's about 1 meter long and one end runs to a point. The chest seems to be blocking this hole in the wall. Perhaps it's being sucked in tight. I can't get it out. It's been sucked in tight. Oh, the smell coming out of that hole is abominable. It appears to be some sort of drain. As if. Here, take it.
Thanks. There's no longer room for Ivo in the barrel, but I should be able to reach the other side with dry feet. My dad gave my mum one of those. You put a slate on this round plate and then carefully lower the needle onto the slate. And then you hear the sound of a needle scratching across the slate. Terrible noise, which is then amplified using that pipe there. That thing is too unwieldy for me. I'll only take the scratch loudener. Looks like a giant horn. Maybe the giants made them. Ugh, that stinks. Like, you know, something really bad. I'm not climbing into a hole like that. Somebody else can do that.
No, it's okay, Wilbur, you do it.
But, well, don't elves have a better sense of direction?
You're much smaller than me, so you can squeeze your way through a narrow passage.
But I...
Get on with it. You want to be a hero, don't you? I would have leapt at the chance if someone had asked me.
All right.
A barrel lid. Oh, a music puzzle. Wow, a ghostly apparition in the mirror. I need help.
This will help you.
A strong rope in good condition. Time to head back. But how? Ooh, I get it.
And how was it?
The usual. Look what I found, Ivo.
Oh, I've got an idea. Crawl into the barrel, will you?
Okay. Are you sure this is safe?
Oh!
Never again.
At least we're both on this side now.
There you are.
Thanks. I'll tie the rope to the handle. Let's try.
Okay. Yoo-hoo!
Appears that we've done our big friend a big favour with this. A beautifully worked chest. Looks solid. The chest won't be that easy to unlock. We'll need to break it open. Perhaps we could freeze it and...
It doesn't always have to be so complicated. I can't get it open.
Mm-hmm. Looks like a complicated lock. I suggest that we ask Captain Bonnet. Perhaps he can deal with it.
I'm sure he can. But first we have to get out of here.
There's something else in the box. This thing will make your voice much louder. Shame, because most mortal beings speak unbearably loud as it is, even without one of these things. What are you doing there?
Maybe I can communicate with the monster.
That's never going to work. We're surrounded by tons of flesh and blubber.
Yes, but the sound of the horn is amplified, then re-amplified until it's about... 1,000 times as loud in the end.
Physical humbug. Obviously.
I must have eaten something bad.
Did you hear that? It can talk. Hello?
Who's there?
We're two adventurers trapped in your stomach.
Really? I'm sorry.
Would you let us out?
No, I don't get my hands on food very often.
But there's no meat on us at all. I was as thin as a toothpick, and I weigh less than a sheep.
Better than nothing.
Come on! We pried that chest from that gap in your stomach.
Which chest?
The chest that was plugging up the hole. It looked painful.
I don't know what you did, but I'm feeling better than I have in 100 years. Thank you.
So will you let us go?
All right then. but perhaps you could lure a few ships here, or a whale or two.
We'll see. Goodbye.
I thought that monster was really nice. Perhaps we really could send a ship or two.
You are sometimes so strange.
But if we...
What the...
Surprise, my pretty one!
But... Captain Nate!
Have you been working with them all this time?
Oh, no, my dear. It's just that I happen to know which buttons to press with people like our human friend.
What did he promise you?
Our lives, mine in particular, and the treasure. All of it, except for one item which he wants to select.
I can imagine. Wilbur, don't hand over the artifact of divine fate, understood?
Understood.
The artifact of divine fate. Unlimited power.
Go away! I'm a mighty battle mage.
Sure you are.
Nate, you can't allow this to happen.
He'll focus on his own affairs. That's what you should have done too. You... Ah!
Take the artifact to safety.
No! Ah!
How could you do that?
I've saved your necks. Well, yours at least.
You freed the sorcerer, all because you wanted treasure.
Do you seriously believe I thought for 1 second that Munkus would give us a treasure hoard? I made a deal with Munkus because it was the one small chance we had of getting out of there in one piece. Don't you get it? They would have pursued us and made our lives hell. And sooner or later we'd have fallen into their hands. No treasure's worth that.
Do you think anyone anywhere will have a quiet life if that falls into Motroga's hands?
I really didn't know. Hey! Hey, little guy, where are you going? Fine, just go. And next time, just tell me what it's... Wilbur!
He's waking up.
Ah!
Nice and calm now. You're safe here. We're zombies.
I'm calm. And inedible. Bad skin, very nasty flesh, and hardly any brains.
You see, he hates us. He's afraid of us. And that's why he hates us. Our committee still has a lot of work to do.
What kind of committee are you talking about?
We are the Committee for the Humane Treatment of the Undead. We're trying to improve the bad reputation that the undead have amongst the living. And amongst the dead. Because no one seems to like us.
Where is Wilbur? There was a trap and a shadow.
That was me. I knocked you down. You banged your head on a rock. Please forgive me. I don't really have this body under control yet.
Why did you knock me over? What's happened to Wilbur?
He probably saved your neck. The chief orc from the camp set that trap. If it caught you both, then it wouldn't only be your little friend who's in trouble.
Wilbur's in an orc camp? Oh man, and it's my fault?
How do you mean?
Well...
Tell us, boy. As you can see, we've been blaming ourselves for this mess.
All right. My name is Nate. I was in Seastone by the Western Ocean. Then along comes this little gnome and... And wham! Everything goes black. Then I wake up and there you are.
You deceived him? You were only interested in saving your own neck.
Well, it's not exactly like that. Shades of grey.
You should be wearing this pillory. I've lived with pirates, cutthroats, but never...
Now just hold it right there. Maybe I did behave just a tiny little bit narcissistically.
You sold your friends down the river because you hoped it would help you get out of the whole thing in one piece? No. You have to get Wilbur out of there, and you have to free the elf.
I know, you're right. And I have to get the artifact to safety too.
I will help you if you meant that seriously. My name is Gulliver. You can find me up in my workshop. Come on, Body.
Isn't it a lovely day today? My finely tuned intuition is telling me you might have some troubles.
Oh, the trauma! The pain!
Oh, woman stuff? Or proper pain, like physical?
No! 1,000 times worse than that!
Looks like she shouldn't have gone into that deep water without her water wings.
It wasn't an accident. I wanted to kill myself.
It almost worked. Oh well, sweetheart, it's not all bad. Tell your Uncle Nate what's wrong.
Don't make fun of me!
Would I?
You men are so insensitive. Only he wasn't. He understood me.
Who is he?
Maximilian. My Maximilian. Oh, the most beautiful man who ever walked under the stars.
Yes, and then?
Gone. He is gone.
And that's why you wanted to kill yourself?
We were engaged. Maximilian and I were to be married. It was heavenly. I, the rich daughter of a mithril merchant, and he...
Get to the tragic bit, please.
I gave him chestfuls of gold and all my jewelry as a token of my love. He was going to use it to arrange the most beautiful wedding ever.
Ah, the con man hoofed it.
He did not hoof it. Something must have happened to him. He must have been held. Perhaps someone kidnapped him. And now he is languishing away in some tower and...
He hoofed it.
He will come back. And we will be reunited like two lovers on...
And why have you chosen to ruin the atmosphere in this particular crypt?
This is the resting place of his forebears. I will wait with his ancestors until I receive news from him.
Sounds logical. Well, it can't last that much longer.
I know.
As much as I'd love to spend more time with you, I have to get going. In there lies one of the ancestors of our watery corpse's fiancé. A tomb like that would have cost a fortune. The dead guy's family must have been loaded. Perhaps that's why she cries so much. The stone carving of the knight is very detailed, masterful. You can see every detail, from the blackhead on his nose to the seal on his ring. The stone carving of the knight is very detailed, masterful. You can see every... The family seal shows a fox sitting on a pile of gold. How subtle. There's a piece of clothing hanging out of the sarcophagus. Looks like leather. I hope there's no one hanging on to it. Hey, boss.
Ah, the living one.
And how many of you are there? In the committee, I mean?
The group is still in its early stages. We only have 3 members so far. But the Spirit Union is associated to us, and the Federation of Programmers is thinking about finally going public with their undead status. Unfortunately, you can't become a member. You're too alive.
Thanks a lot. What are you doing in that thing? And don't tell me it's a fashion statement. I've seen a lot of stuff, but that...
No, nothing like that. A paladin put this thing on me.
What did you do, insult his sister?
Well, you could put it like that. He put me in the pillory for it, but even then I couldn't keep my mouth shut. That's why the fair lady stabbed me. So I came back as a ghost and kept her awake at night. They sent a ghostbuster after me, and he actually caught me and killed me.
He killed a ghost? Cool guy.
I then came back as the first undead ghost in history and messed up the fair lady's wedding. As a result, the paladin conjured this magical penitence pillory around my neck. Now he's lurking around outside the crypt. I think he'd like to cut me up into little pieces and throw me into the sea.
Pretty nasty. You've hardly done anything to deserve that.
Oh, I don't know. I've had a lot of time to reflect, and I'd like to end this feud. It only causes unhappiness.
Why don't you apologize?
I've tried, but the paladin only wants revenge. He hurled his hammer at me last time.
That thing looks pretty uncomfortable. Can't you get the pillory off somehow?
Would I still be wearing it if I could? You've got no idea how impractical this thing is. Try scratching your nose with it on.
Or go to the bathroom.
Oh, don't remind me. This is a magical pillory. You can't just break it open. It's sealed for eternity. It'll only open when the paladin forgives me.
So, never then.
Oh, it would seem that way.
I better get going. See ya.
Take care, and remember, we, the undead, are your friends. Rancid-smelling, dead friends.
Hey, Gulliver.
Ah, the living one.
Does your body maybe act a little kooky?
No, it doesn't. My body isn't finished yet. Or do you mean the old one? The rotten one in the ground?
I, meant that one there.
Oh, this one. Oh, it's not mine, just borrowed.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Whose body is that, then?
Esther's.
And who is Esther?
No idea. Don't know her. But this is her body. She's helping me until I got mine back. Then we're both going to look for her head.
Esther.
Exactly.
How did you get to know each other, you and Esther's body?
For many years, I was in a grave out there. I chewed my way out of the coffin after my old body gave up the ghost. Then I saw this body outside, stumbling about, headless, knocking over gravestones, running into walls. I thought to myself, this is a sign.
And what you're making there, that's supposed to become your new body?
Exactly. Isn't it excellent?
Yes. Yes, it's, X something.
Unfortunately, the construction drags along a bit. I'll tell you one thing. Never ask a headless zombie to replace your arms if you want to build precision machinery.
I'll make a note of it. What's new? Doesn't all that wailing from that failed swimmer down there really get on your nerves?
Steady on. The young lady is suffering great distress. And she lets it out. Day in, day out. For hours on end.
So what's the story with her missing lover?
He jilted her. Cold as ice. Raked in her gold and enjoys a sweet life somewhere down south.
She seems to think differently.
The good woman isn't really in touch with reality. She still believes everything will be resolved one day. She's waiting for him to appear or send her a letter. Anything at all.
I've got to get going. Breathe. Feel my heartbeat. That sort of thing.
Ah, don't let me stop you.
A pot containing some gloopy glue. There's a small stick in it. A flattened tube of yellow paint. I don't think there can be much left in it. Aha! There was still a bit in it. I don't need the tube anymore. I think it's that unbreakable thread that you hold roast meat together with. There must be a good 10 meters of it on the roll. Cool. I'll smear a little glue onto the leather using the wooden chip. Some red earth. Just about everything else here is black and gray. A few small white mushrooms. No idea if you can eat them. A map of the region. Among other things, the paladin has marked the crypt. I don't think so somehow, but we should give it a try.
What do you think you're doing there, worm?
I'm, storming your camp? Who are you?
I am the great Gorak, chief of the Bloodscythe Orcs.
What have you done with little Wilbur?
What's a little Wilbur?
He's a gnome, and my friend.
Oh, him. Since when did people start naming their gnomes? What's the world coming to? He walked into our trap earlier. Stupid little beggar.
Is he all right?
I damn well hope so. What would anyone want with a damaged gnome?
I want Wilbur back, right now.
We caught him, so he belongs to us now. Get yourself a new one.
But I'm responsible for him.
Your problem. He's the main prize in our warrior contest, so he stays here with us.
What is your warrior contest exactly?
It determines who is the most powerful warrior. Two opponents go head-to-head in a series of brutal tests. The winner is bestowed with great honor and receives a prize.
And Wilbur's nothing more than a prize to you?
No, the prize is a bottle of fire whiskey. The gnome's just a bonus.
So, can anyone take part in the warrior contest?
We orcs fear no one. We'll take on anyone in a warrior contest.
Well, that's fine. Then let me in. I want to take part.
I said it's a warrior contest. Someone like you taking part would be a complete waste of time.
I may not look all that dangerous, but sometimes the less obvious guys are the most dangerous.
You're right.
Really?
You don't look dangerous.
Point taken. I'll go find a warrior in all this wasteland. Then can he take part in your contest?
If he's a real challenge, why not? But not any old piece of rubbish. He has to be a great warrior.
I know where this is going. Why do you guys always make trouble? You kidnap harmless gnomes and then attack the free world for no reason at all.
That wasn't an attack. It was an anticipated defense of the homeland in enemy territory. And anyway, what else are we supposed to do? We have the biggest army in the world. No one else invests as much gold in the military as we do. It would be madness to invest all that gold and then never wage war.
That's downright irresponsible.
We couldn't anticipate that the damn war would take forever.
And now you're stuck in it up to your ears, as is the Alliance.
That's all propaganda. There are thousands of war-hungry, well-equipped and motivated warriors here in the camp, waiting for deployment.
Oh, yeah. I'll be back.
And I'll wait.
Wanted. Slay the Knoll Hogger and take his powerful Knoll Claw. Blah, blah, blah. All the routine stuff. If that garbage pile grows just a few more meters, the orcs might as well forget the gate. Any attacker will just be able to use it to climb over the wall. Trash from every corner of the world. How did that all get there? The flowers seem to be doing well in the garbage. They're in full bloom. The blooms are a luminous blue. Are they supposed to be luring someone or warning them? Great. Now I've got blue fingers. Some kind of juice press, I'd say. You put the grapes or whatever in at the top, and the juice runs out the bottom. Hey, it still works even. Maybe it's just the green-skinned guys who weren't able to work it. The boards must have been out in the rain for a long time. They're rotten and covered in mold. A head on a pole. What will the Peggy people have to say about that? A gruesome head. Kind of a cheap gimmick, because ultimately...
Ooh!
Ah!
What? What? Is there a spider on me?
No.
Oh, thank goodness. Those creepy crawlies drive me mad. Can you imagine what it feels like when they run up your neck and then start nibbling at your eyes from the inside?
Yes, well, of course.
Stupid paladin simply chops my head off.
Hey, stop that nattering. Leave the head alone.
Leave the head alone. Leave the head alone.
A paladin in a pink-colored outfit? That's wrong. Just wrong. Are you a warrior?
No, I can't fight.
Are you a healer?
I can't heal either.
Then you're a paladin.
What do you want?
Know any good paladin jokes?
Why should anyone make jokes about us? We are the holy soldiers of the light.
In dresses?
This is a tunic.
Sure. You know that men who wear dresses are, as a rule, well, men who wear dresses.
What's that supposed to mean? Just because I wear dresses, use cosmetics, and take a general interest in my appearance?
Ah, so it is a dress.
The modern man is metrosexual.
That's news to me.
Well, my order and I have lifted ourselves up out of the mud in which you and your sort still wallow like pigs. We're cosmopolitan, hip, fashionable. We take care of our appearance and don't downplay our feminine side.
Yeah, whatever. Huh, the Wildlands. What's that zombie head doing there on that lance?
If I put it on the ground, it might try and bite me. It's also much easier to see like this.
I mean, why did you behead the poor zombie in the first place?
Huh, zombies are unkempt, stinky, unholy things, without any charm or chic whatsoever. They can't expect any sympathy.
You're a paladin, right?
Yes.
Paladins know about hammers, swords, and armor, right?
Yes.
Well, you know anyone who's a bit handy with such things? A warrior, perhaps?
I'm very sorry, I don't have anything to do with such barbarians.
About the zombie you've stuck in the magical penitence pillory.
What about that maggot? Is he going to give himself up to his fate? Is that cowardly zombie finally going to come out here?
He's really sorry for what he did. He'd like to apologize.
Ah, laughable. I'll cut him into little pieces and feed him to the fishes.
Nice. But couldn't you maybe forgive him first?
You've spent too much time in that smoky buffalo's tent. I would never forgive someone like that.
About your fight with the zombie.
That's nothing to do with you. That's between the zombie and me.
Have to go. Man stuff to do.
Ha ha.
A fashionable travel chest made from light wood. There's a logo on it. The Pink Crusaders. He's not looking right now. Why not? You can always use a pink-colored pom-pom. In the Wildlands. In the war. A copper bowl. No idea what that's good for. Hey, Chief, can I take this thing here? Stare blankly if I can. Thanks. A pair of bellows. These would help the bull keep the fire going. Excuse me, these bellows here, can I have them?
They are broken.
Can I have them anyway?
What do I get in exchange?
Nothing, they don't work.
You speak wisely.
At last, someone who recognizes that. They really are wrecked. There's a hole here in the airbag. A hideous feather headdress. No way, I'm not putting that thing on. But I can take a feather. A fat old bull that smokes a crazy-looking pipe. And who doesn't seem to hear me. Or who doesn't get insulted too easy. Hi there. Hello? Anyone home? Moo!
I heard you.
Oh, that's great. My name's Nate, and you are?
I am known on this plane as Fastfoot, Thunderhoof, or the Rainmaker. I belong to the proud nation of the Minotaurs.
And you run some sort of fancy hippie costume business?
I am a shaman.
And that is?
I talk to the ghosts of our forefathers. I brew potions, heal the sick, and invoke the weather.
Wow, lots to do. You must really get stressed out.
True.
What's that stuff you're smoking?
Plants. To journey with the spirits and to commune with my forefathers.
You're supposed to eat grass, not smoke it. Okay. That moo thing just slipped out. I didn't mean to insult you. I just thought, hey, there's a bull sitting there. I'll say moo. You get me? If you'd have looked like a donkey, I'd have gone Eeyore. Or if it stank like a pigsty, then...
I forgive you.
But come to think of it, it reeks of buffalo, and I...
Thank you. I have forgiven you.
Super. You'll definitely have some smart idea for how I can get into that orc camp out there. Physically, I mean, not spiritually or whatever. Thanks for your help. I need to go outside. Something not quite right about the air in here.
Good luck on your journey. May the grass between your hooves be evergreen.
That ought to do it. I'll use a piece of leather to seal the hole. Perfect. The bellows are usable again. Cow makeup. Unless I'm wrong, that is makeup, and I most strongly suspect that it belongs to Big Chief Clovenhoof. Just to make things clear, I'm not putting on any makeup. Black ink. I'll take that. Let's see. The blossoms have been pulverized, and what's left is a good blue paste. Okay, I'll put the earth into the mortar. And with a bit of elbow grease, now we have a fine red powder made from the red earth. Apparently the orcs have made Wilbur a prize in a warrior contest. Do you happen to know any warriors?
A warrior who would compete against an orc in a warrior contest?
Correct.
And who lives nearby?
If possible. And, if it's also possible, he shouldn't charge for his services.
Aha.
So someone like that, you won't find him around here?
Most probably not.
If I don't find a warrior who can extract Wilbur out of there, then at least I've done my best. It will have been God's will.
You could compete in the contest yourself.
Do I look like a warrior? Should I go and get myself some weights and pump myself up in time for this afternoon?
Well, in my experience, there are two ways to become a dreaded warrior. The first way is the virtuous path of trial. You must gain experience in countless battles, work on your technique, and improve upon all of your skills. You must understand the essence of fighting better than anyone else. You must never give up. Every detail must be important to you. Then, after a long and agonizing period of humiliation and defeat, you'll become a reasonable warrior.
And the other way?
You need invincible kit. If your weapons and armor are better than everyone else's, it doesn't matter if you're a useless warrior. Your kit does the work for you.
That might be just the thing for me. I'll get myself some invincible kit, save the little guy, and become the hero of the hour. I think there may be a legendary warrior set somewhere near here.
What makes you think that?
Oh, just an idea.
It's true. There is a powerful and famous set close by. But how did you know?
Does it maybe consist of several components that are distributed around this area? And there's a whole series of rip-your-hair-out, tedious tasks to complete to get each part?
Indeed. They are the helmet, the shield, and the sword of power. But how?
Well then, what do I have to do for you to help me?
Well, you could help me with my body.
What's missing?
Well, I need a lung.
And?
A heart.
And the third thing?
Everything needs to be powered up. A bolt of lightning that will breathe life back into my body.
Uh-huh.
If you help me, I'll tell you where the sword of power is kept. And perhaps the others know where the helmet and shield are.
I'll put money on that.
You're not much fun, are you?
So, where am I going to get a heart from around here?
You could give me yours.
Great idea.
I'm just trying to help.
Hey, Gulliver, time to take a deep breath.
Simply fantastic. I'll be able to run marathons with this lung. Thanks. Now I just need a heart.
Yeah. The orcs have made my friend a prize in one of their stupid warrior contests. You don't happen to know any warriors, do you?
I don't know anything about fighting. I used to be a juggler, a harlequin. Ask Gulliver, he's well-travelled.
Do you know anything about a warrior set that's supposed to be hidden near here?
Yes, I do. It belonged to a travelling knight who died near here about a year ago. And I also know who has his helmet.
Who?
And I should tell you, of all people. You deceived your friends. Maybe you want to take off with the helmet.
I want to free Wilbur.
Huh. You've probably never done anything selfless in your life.
But now I'm going to do something.
Prove to me that you can be selfless. Make the paladin forgive me, so that this pillory disappears.
But that wouldn't be very selfless of me. I'd only be helping you so that you'd help me.
I'd be prepared to ignore that. After all, this is about character building.
I've had a word with the paladin, and it looks like he's never going to forgive you.
I didn't expect it to be easy.
Honestly, me neither. What should I do?
Come up with something. I have to hear him say, "I forgive you." Only then will the pillory open.
Well, how you doing? While you were doing all this mourning, did maybe a warrior set come your way?
A what?
You know, sword, shield, helmet.
I have seen a shield.
Do you know where it is?
My Maximilian had a shield as well. A large, shiny one, decorated with feathers of a...
Hello? Let's stick with the subject. Where's the shield?
Why should I help you? You are uncouth and brutal. You are always poking fun at my suffering.
Please, no.
As long as I am suffering, no one else may be happy.
And your misery will only end when you receive a message from your intended?
That is so.
Then we should send the jilted maiden a nice love letter. Right, let's do it. Dear most noble miss, it is I, your Maxi-Poo. I'm sorry I disappeared so suddenly. The problem was the Russians. I wanted to give you a wedding fit for a queen. But then it came down to a series of improper contingent accumulations. On the quest for a silver flower pearl for your wedding ring, I found myself in the Southern Ocean off the coast of Switzerland. When a storm arose, my vessel foundered, and I awoke 3 days later with considerable headaches and a strange taste on the tongue. I've overcome many dangers and experienced some great adventures, driven by my insatiable longing for you. But I cannot come to you because there are problems with my student visa. I'm writing this letter in all urgency. Make haste to me, my love, wherever you may be. I'm waiting for you in the south, deep in the south, exactly here. What a masterpiece. Ah, there's something missing. Don't hesitate to help others before your departure. Kissy, kissy, your Maximilian. Perfect. Good. Now the letter's got a decent blob of wax on it. Let's see just how good the stonemason's work was. Looks pretty good. I'm guessing that looking through a blur of tears, you wouldn't notice anything on. You're not going to believe this. Look what I found outside. It's what you've been waiting for all this time. A letter from Maximilian.
Really?
Oh, yes. There's even a seal. Maybe you recognize it.
That's his! That's his seal! The illegible handwriting, all the spelling mistakes. This letter really is from him!
What's he say then?
There was a storm and he wanted to come back to me, but he can't.
Ah, you see, that explains everything.
I have to go to him. Oh, deep joy.
What about the shield?
Oh, yes. The fat ogres carried it away. They live in a cave nearby.
Thanks, and good luck with the search. But always remember, the journey is the destination. There's a small puddle of tears that's collected in this hollow. Weird. By my reckoning, we ought to be standing knee-deep in water. Fair enough. I'll tip the powder just at the edge of the sea of tears. Then stir it round a bit, and pretty soon we have a useful red paint. Red and blue make purple. Yellow and blue make green. There's this paladin and a tormented soul who he won't forgive. Isn't there any way to force the paladin to forgive him?
Forgiveness should come from the heart and not be forced.
But if the paladin won't listen even once, my friend really regrets what he did. He wants to ask for forgiveness, but he can't get a hearing.
This is not good. Everyone deserves a chance at inner peace. And the paladin will not be spoken to?
No chance.
Then we will have to make him listen.
How? With a voodoo doll or something?
Voodoo? That is lazy magic. No, I will brew a sleepwalking potion. If you drink from it first, and then the paladin drinks, you can take over his body for a short time. You can make him walk to your friend, and then he can hear his apology.
Sounds like voodoo.
It is not voodoo. For the potion, I need some strands of the paladin's hair, a sample of his bodily fluid, something from his forefathers, and a piece of his clothing. But I don't need a doll, and I don't need pins.
Okay then. If I get the things together, will you brew me the potion?
It shall be so.
There, please. A spittoon.
How charming.
I think that all this hanging around outside isn't doing your hair any favors.
What? What? Am I getting split ends? Please don't say I'm getting split ends.
Looking a bit matted and dusty.
Oh. Yes, it's all right now.
Whoa, what kind of comb was that you have there? Can I have a look?
Yes? Why?
Uh-oh.
What?
Do you have any idea what a comb like this can do to your hair?
Split ends? Not split ends, please!
Worse. You see here? All those hairs? This comb's ripping your hair out.
Oh, no! I always thought that was normal.
Normal? How can that be normal? Just look how many hairs there are, and how few you've got left on your head. In some places, you can see the scalp shining through.
Ah!
If I were you, I wouldn't ever use this comb again.
Take it away! Take it away! Don't let it near me!
Okay, good. I'll put it away.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Why do you spit every time we talk about the zombie?
The mere mention of her makes my bile rise.
The mentioning of whom?
The zombie!
Just the zombie word, or others too?
No, just with zombie.
And if I say it?
What?
Zombie.
Then it's okay.
Can you help me with my crossword puzzle? I'm looking for undead being in 6 letters.
Zombie!
What?
Zombie!
Bambi? But Bambi only has 5 letters and isn't...
Zombie! Are you stupid?
Which beings in this world do you hate the most?
Naked mole rats.
And then what?
Zombies.
I bet you can't say this tongue twister. Zombie Zeke zapped, Zulu Zoo Zebra Zombie, Zigger Zagger Zilch, Zoomderm.
That doesn't make any sense.
Say zombie.
Zombie!
Thank you. That'll do. That's enough of zombies.
I think so too.
There's a little spit lake that's formed on the floor. That'll do nicely. A few dust-covered urns, most of them decorated with coats of arms. A double-headed eagle, a badger eating a snake. There's a king's head in orange and blue. And here, a green W in a lozenge. None of which means a thing to me. So I can't have the zombie's head then?
Of course not. It's a hard-won trophy. I bashed at the beast for more than a quarter of an hour before I finally defeated it.
I didn't defend myself at all.
Silence! I caused you damage. Lots of damage.
A banner. The emblem on it could be the paladin's arms. It shows a sword, a shield, and red high heels? Those are still urns with coats of arms on them. Hey, one of them's got the paladin's coat of arms on it. Well, it has to be. I'll only take a little bit of the ash with me. I'll leave the urn here out of respect for the dead. Grandpa must have been a smoker. I've got a comb here with some of the paladin's hair on it. Is that enough?
It smells strange, but that is good enough.
Spit is the one and only bodily fluid I was able to get from the paladin, and the only one I would have accepted.
Spit will do.
Here's some ashes from one of the paladin's ancestors. Will they work?
If they are really from one of the paladin's forefathers, then it will work.
Does a pom-pom count as a piece of clothing?
A what?
One of these things.
You humans wear this kind of thing?
Some. A few. Almost no one.
If the paladin has worn it, it will do. But I do not want this thing. Just give me a couple of threads. Keep the rest.
With that, you should have all the ingredients for the potion, right?
It is so. Step back. The sleepwalking potion.
Thanks a million.
First, you have to drink a sip. Then the paladin has to drink the rest.
Paladin spit, an old pom-pom, greasy hair, and Granddaddy's remains. That just has to taste good. Salty, with a hint of mint?
That is my secret ingredient.
Better than expected. Thanks. I've got the most delicious drink in the world here. You thirsty by any chance?
What kind of drink is it?
A newly developed mana potion.
Yes? What's so new about it?
It's a diet mana potion with 0 calories.
Really? That's interesting. There's nothing quite like mana potions for piling on the pounds. Much too sweet, and you're always forced into taking a big one when you actually only need a small one.
Yeah, right, brother. I've been forced into taking a big one when I just needed a small one, too. This new mana potion was developed for precisely that reason.
What's it called?
Mana Max ISO Sport Drink with Extra O2. TM.
Wow, sounds sporty. And I have the feeling that lots of clever people took part in its development. All right then, give it here.
Don't you want to drink it?
Why? I haven't done a spell in days. My mana's full.
I was thinking to myself, while I've given you the new mana potion, you might just hand me a couple of strength and protection spells.
Buffs? Ugh, no, I hate this continuous buffing up.
Aw, come on. You can give your new mana potion a try as well. It doesn't matter. It's got 0 calories!
Oh, all right then. Which buffs do you want?
SDR, SDK, SDW?
I can't do that kind of thing. Oh, what the heck. I'll just give you the lot. Oh, dreadful.
Thanks for the buffs.
No problem. I can already feel how...
Wow. Weird. I'm him. That's freaky. And the first time I've ever worn a dress. Ooh, not bad at all. But hey, no time to lose. I don't know how long the effect of the potion's going to last, and I've still got an apology to accept.
It's him! He's come to take my undead life!
No, I'm here to listen to what you have to say.
Oh. I want to apologize. I'm very sorry for what I did to your sister and you.
That's, very nice. All right then.
What?
Forgive...
You must say it!
What? What have you done to me, devil?
Nothing.
You've bewitched me!
Me? Well, yes, you're right. I've bewitched you. And I'll do it again if you don't free me from this pillory.
You can't do anything to me. I'm safe in here.
But I will find you. And next time I'll make you jump off a cliff.
Oh?
I'll make you walk into a bar and sing offensive songs with fat men. I'll sit you on a couch in your underwear and make you eat limp, greasy chips.
All right. You win. I forgive you.
And stop hunting the undead. Don't ever cut off one of our heads like that again. Leave us alone.
What happened? Time to take you to meet your body.
Yahoo! Could you just pull this caterpillar out of my nose first?
No.
It was you, right? You're behind the paladin's apology.
You could say that.
I don't know how you did it, but you've really earned your reward. Gimme 5.
Later, perhaps.
The helmet from the warrior set is in a mine not far from here. It's inhabited by earth pixies, strange little creatures. They took the helmet down into their mine, and it'll still be there now.
Thanks very much. It was a real pleasure.
Not a bad feeling helping someone else and being pleased for them, is it?
You might say so. Look what I've got here.
Bodies!
Oh!
Yes! Yes! A bit more!
What belongs together is coming together.
This is splendid! But what sort of skull was it?
He's been attending to your body while you were away.
That was very nice. Nice of...
Oh, hello. I'm Gulliver.
Esther.
Ooh.
Nate, I need my body. Urgently.
I don't want to hear.
Please get my body working. Then, I tell you what, I won't only tell you where the sword is kept, I'll also give you some armor.
How considerate.
You've given me something much better.
There's just nothing which might pass for a heart in all this desolation.
Then you'll have to keep looking. My body definitely needs a heart.
There.
Oh, darling.
Hello? Getting back to the basics of scientific fact? That wrinkly thing there is dead.
Don't talk about my sweetheart's heart like that. It will beat again when we power up my body. Well done. Come on, let's erect the antenna.
Just too bizarre. And you and Esther?
We're in love.
Great!
We want to start a family.
That's wonderful.
We're going to call our first child Nate.
Excuse me? So in your opinion, what happens now?
Lightning will strike the antenna, and the electrical pulse will bring my body to life.
My little honey bun is a genius.
How could I have doubted it? Only it doesn't look stormy.
We can wait.
But Wilbur can't. Can't you just tell me where the sword is, please?
I'm sorry. The bolt of lightning was clearly a part of our deal. Once it strikes, I'll help you.
Yeah, okay. Couldn't be simpler.